the ABCs of exegesis. Work hard so God can say to you, "Well done." Be a good workman, one who does not need to be ashamed when God examines your work. Know what His word says and means. Healthy hermeneutics, you'll recall, is a discipline that seeks to answer 3 questions of the Scripture. What does it say? What does it mean? What does it matter? The second step in this process is so important, so indispensably imperative to the interpretive method that it warrants its own technical term: exegesis. Again, the origins of this word are Greek. Exegistai is a composite word meaning to guide out. When applied to the field of literary interpretation, exegesis essentially means to draw out the original intended meaning of the text. Exegesis is fundamentally a historical task to determine the original meaning of the original words to the original audience in the original context into which they were originally delivered. Essentially, this means, funnily enough, that there's nothing original about exegesis. This critical second step in healthy hermeneutics is not about discovering a new or novel meaning in the text, but rather about establishing what the text has always meant. When we exegete a portion of Scripture, we are setting our minds to hear and embrace the text on its own terms. To achieve this, it is helpful to imagine ourselves in the minds of the ancient authors, considering their intent as they spoke and wrote. Authorial intent. Think back to our web-based traffic app analogy. When the program declares the road is red, what does that mean? Has the road been painted? Is it hot, angry, or in love? Is the road socialist, flowing with blood, a Manchester United fan, or in financial deficit? Are only red vehicles permitted to drive it? No, no, and no. There is only one meaning to the statement, "the road is red." Slow moving traffic. That meaning is determined by the author of the program. It matters not what red means to you. That is not the question here. The question is, what does the author mean? True, there is an art to biblical interpretation. There is space in hermeneutics to bring one's unique perspective, creativity, and personal expression to the process. But not here, not now, not yet. With exegesis, we are dealing wholly and solely with the cold, hard science of hermeneutics. Once we clarify the text's original then and there meaning, i.e., the intended meaning of the author, we can seek to apply the truths the text reveals to comparable situations in our here and now. It is there, in step 3, that some creativity is required. Until then, exegesis is about asking, what did the author intend to communicate when he spoke or wrote, and how were those words to be understood by the target audience?